For lesson 1 in our energy unit, we're going to be talking about what energy is. And the definition I like to use for energy is just the ability to do work. If we're doing work, that means we're moving something, we're changing something, we're manipulating matter, manipulating objects. That's doing work to that object. And different forms of energy do different types of work, but if something's happening to matter, work is being done on that matter, which means energy is being used or transferred. As we go through this unit, we'll talk about several different types of energy, but all forms of energy can really be classified as one of two things. The first would be potential energy, which is stored energy. We can say it's energy that an object has maybe relative to its position to other objects. If I hold a pen up in the air, right now it has the potential to fall, but right now it's just at rest. No energy is being used. As soon as I let it go, it falls to the table. That energy is released. Kinetic energy, on the other hand, is the actual act of using energy to do work. So kinetic energy is where something is being done. As the pen's moving, it has motion, it has mechanical energy. A fire that's burning is giving off light, it's giving off heat. All of those types of energy would be examples of kinetic energy, energy doing work. A good example of the difference between the two might be this baking soda and vinegar. Right now I have some baking soda in a beaker, I've got some vinegar in a beaker, and they're just sitting here. They have stored energy, they have potential to cause change, they have potential to do work, but until I mix them together and actually cause a chemical reaction, that's where we see the kinetic energy being released through that chemical change. Now, we mentioned a few different forms of energy, and energy can exist in many different forms. Electricity, electrical energy, heat energy, light energy, sound, mechanical energy, which would be energy of motion, magnetic energy, also things like chemical energy, nuclear energy. There's many, many different forms of energy. But all of these different forms of energy essentially boil back to that original definition, the ability to do work. Using electricity, we can run electrical current, we can move electrons. Heat energy can, of course, warm our homes. Light energy allows us to see. So all of these different forms of energy are doing different things, but they're all using energy to do work. And that's what we're going to be learning about even more as we go through this unit and explore each of these forms of energy in detail. Something that is very important to remember about energy is this idea of the law of conservation of matter and energy. And basically what the scientific law says is that matter and energy cannot be created or destroyed. And as we go through the unit, you'll see all sorts of examples of energy changing forms. For instance, when we turn on the light switch, it's taking electrical energy that's flowing through the wires and it's converting it into light and heat. So that's an example of energy changing. But at the same time, even though we can use energy, we can change energy, energy can be transferred from place to place, from object to object, that energy is never destroyed, new energy is never created. It takes energy to convert energy, it takes energy to transfer energy, but the amount of energy in the universe is always constant.